She's got that look. She's got that style. She's got that conversation that makes you want to stay for a while. She's the all-American
woman
woman.
here. And I just wanted to tell everybody Happy Independence Day. I hope everyone had a beautiful day full of family and friends and celebration, and remembering what today is all about, recognizing and remembering the independence of the United States of America so many years ago. We are over 2 centuries old now and still going strong. So in commemoration of Independence Day, I wanted to make a list of my most favorite things, are the reason I am most proud to be an American, and just share them with you guys. And maybe there's some of the same reasons that you feel proud to be American. Maybe I missed something and you can let me know later. But these are my reasons that I'm proud to be American. These are my top 10 things. I even wrote them down on, my American paper with the Old Glory flying in the wind. Okay, so my number 10 reason that I am proud to be an American. We are still a young country. Just as I said before, we're only a couple of centuries old. A little over a couple of centuries, okay? But we're not that old compared to some other countries that were around even during biblical times. And because we are so young, we are more advanced in a lot of things, because just like most people when they come out later on, they take advantage of what is already known to make something better. And I think in a lot of ways that's what the United States has done. We're not perfect, but we are young. And because we are young, we are still growing, and we're not old and stuck in our ways. And we know that as Americans, changes still need to be made. So that's my number 10 reason. We're a young country. Okay, my number 9 reason for being proud to be an American is other countries still look to us for support, for strength, and for advice. Yes, they do. Our American president has set an example for so many other leaders in this world, and he is a beacon to some. And, we've talked about it before. I've seen it on shows before where sometimes it does seem like other countries have put it in Americans' hands to be the police for situations that sometimes get out of hand in the world. No, we shouldn't be put in that position all the time, but sometimes we are. And as that, it's because other countries still look up to us. Sometimes they look up to us for what they shouldn't do, but this is just about why I'm proud. But sometimes they look up to us the way that we have advanced, the steps that we have made in technology and in education, and the ways that we are getting better, and also the fact that even though we have failed in some things, we have gotten up, learned from those things, and tried to move forward and do better. Also comes from being young. But yes, countries still look up to us and our leadership and our strength. Okay, my number 8 reason for being proud to be an American is America is still a beautiful country that people travel to from all around the world. I see it all the time. I've been to many places in this United States, many different states, and I see it all the time. And I'm not the only tourist around. There are plenty other tourists that come from places as far as Asia to places as close as Canada. And even though Canada is a part of our continent, it's its own country. And yes, they come here to see our beautiful sights, to see our beautiful national parks, to see how different things are come, to attend our different festivals and things like that. Because America is still a beautiful country, a beautiful, vital country. And there's so much to see here, even for the people that live here. You know, we still travel. I still love to travel around the United States and see other states and the different cultures and the different scenes and everything. It's a beautiful country. It still is. And it's still growing and being built. So there's still more beautiful things to be seen. Okay. My number 7 reason to be proud to be an American. The people still have a voice. That rolls along with my number 6 reason for being proud to be American. We live in a democracy. Yes, nothing is perfect about this country, but there's nothing perfect about any country. But we live in a democracy. The people still have a voice. We can protest when things don't go our way. We can vote to try to make a change. We can still make our voices heard to our congressmen, our senators, those people that are supposed to be speaking for us in Washington, D.C. We still have a voice, sometimes straight to our president, depending on the situation. So yes, we have a voice. We have a democracy. A lot of countries don't have that. They have dictatorships and other things that work for them, but democracy, being in a democratic country, works for us. And that's something that I hope never changes. Okay, my number 5 reason for being proud to be an American. Some people still believe in the American dream. I hear about it every day. Not necessarily from an individual I'm talking to, but on the news, on television, someone talking about the American dream. Whether they're talking about how they are part of the American dream or about how their parents were part of the American dream, you know. And the thing about it is that it's not necessarily the same dream, American dream, that immigrants had when they came to this country so many years ago, but the dream has changed from people. But there is still an American dream, something that people aspire to that can help better their family and also better their own lives. And that's a beautiful thing, that there is still an American dream that people believe in this day and time. Okay. My number 4 reason for being proud to be an American is our armed forces is one of the greatest and most advanced in the world. And that is true today as it ever was. We have our Army, our Navy, our Air Force, Marines, National Guards, reserve units. We have our Coast Guard. We have a band of armed forces that take care of us on land, sea, and air. And they protect us. They protect our nation. And sometimes they even protect those that don't necessarily want their protection. But that's what they do. And they are an amazing fighting force. And I feel fortunate every day that I'm a part of this country that has such a strong and determined and advanced armed forces. So I'm proud of our armed forces. Okay, my number 3 reason for being proud to be an American is the Declaration of Independence still means something. And it does. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes, of course, when that was written, not everyone had freedom. And some people may feel that they're not necessarily free today. But that's not true. Things have changed so much from the time that the Declaration of Independence was written to the time of now. It still means something. Actually, I think it means more today than it meant when it was written, because it was almost hypocritical, honestly, when it was written back in the day, because some of those people that wrote and signed the Declaration owned slaves. But now, I think it means more, and I think people take it more to heart now than they ever did before, and it still means so much to so many. The pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. Just beautiful, just beautiful. My second reason for being proud to be an American is two consenting adults can now be married in all 50 states, no matter their sexual preference, race, or gender. Because there was a time when if you were black, if you were biracial, if you were a homosexual, you couldn't be married, and if you tried to, it was not recognized. But now, all of that has changed. We now have that right. If you are homosexual, if you're black, if you want to marry a white person, if you're Asian and you want to marry a black person, you can do that. And it's such a beautiful thing. You know, it's a great thing. I mean, if you don't want to get married, don't get married. But if you do, you can do it. And I find that that is such a beautiful thing every time I think about it. Such a beautiful thing. It means that change is still coming. Maybe slowly, but it's still coming. And there's more to come. And it's positive change. Positive change. And my number one reason for being proud to be an American is America is the most diverse country in the world. And I have believed that for a long time. I know at one time when America was very, very young and they were still building, in the early 1800s, most people consider America to be a melting pot. I, along with a few others that I have talked to, don't really consider that to be the case anymore. I consider America to be a salad bowl where everybody in that bowl, you can be a tomato, you can be a cucumber, you can be a piece of lettuce, whatever. Even when you're in that bowl together, you're still your tomato, but we're all Americans. We're all salad. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's very diverse. And you don't have to change or take away from your culture to be an American. You just are now an American plus. You're American that does this. You're American that's still very proud of your heritage and where you came from and your ancestors, and you're bringing on something new to the American story. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, when I talk diversity, I'm not just talking about race. I'm talking about gender. I'm talking about sexual orientation. I'm talking about religion. I'm talking about social parties. I mean, the have and the have-nots. We have it all here. And it's diverse. I don't know any other country that's more diverse than America. And it's a beautiful thing. We don't always appreciate it. And sometimes some people actually hate it. But we will not let those people take away from us the one thing that makes, one of the many things, or one of the greater things that makes America so unique. Our diversity. So that is why I am proud to be an American. Those are not the only reasons. Those are just the top 10 reasons. And how, you know, America is not perfect. And sometimes I disagree with things that happen in America, just like any American would. But hey, I have the voice to say so. And I will. But I also have the voice to say, I'm proud to be a part of this country. And what it has done. And the things that I hope it continues to do, progress in a positive manner from this day forth. I won't know it won't happen overnight, but I believe it's going to happen. So thank you. If you have reasons why you're proud to be American, I'd like to see them at the bottom of the screen. And if you disagree with something I said, also let me know. All right. I'll see you next time. And thank you. And have a wonderful Independence Day, everybody.